Select the one to fight with. Get it on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pick and choose the right one. Get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Select the one to fight with. Get it on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yes, sir. Pick and choose the right one. Get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up everybody? You're tuned into a brand new episode in a brand new season of Bae Says here on the Bae channel. I'm your host with the most, the greatest with the latest, PG Giovanni, aka PG13, aka PG13. Thanks for tuning in to this new episode of Bae Says and rocking with me once again. I hope you all have had a good time over the small hiatus, the small break that I had from since Thanksgiving up until now, and now we're about to start a brand new season where we get into some more topics and just fun things to talk about. And our first episode is about the season that we are in right now, the Christmas season. So welcome back, and I'd like to say happy holidays to everybody, and definitely this time is the most wonderful time of year. If you don't agree with me, that's too bad for you, but I love this time of season. I love this time of year, you know, where it gets a little bit more cooler, a lot more cooler depending on where you live in the world. We don't get it too cold over here. And, you know, people putting up Christmas trees, wreaths, Christmas decorations, and everybody's just in a jolly, giving, loving, and warm spirit, you know. But to tell the honest truth, this season, this Christmas season, and this December doesn't seem like it's pretty much Decembering a lot right now, honestly. But I guess that's because I've been pretty busy during majority of the month of December, and I've just started to get some free time earlier this week. And as you all know, at the end of this week is Christmas already. Like this month was moving like a rocket, honestly. And sooner than we know it, Christmas gonna be here and gone, and then we're gonna be in the year of 2022, just like that, you know. And this Christmas definitely is a little bit more different than previous Christmases because we are still in a pandemic, and although safety protocols aren't being adhered to too much, like it's kind of being a little bit more lax and all of that is dying down, there's some places that still honor or engage in safety protocols such as socially distancing, no large crowds. We still have to wear a mask, you have to sanitize and keep clean everywhere you go, although you should be doing that regularly, honestly. But yeah, it's a different Christmas, honestly. Like the frolic and the scurrying around and all of that stuff, even though there's a lot of close contact and stuff happening regardless, because like I say, we're getting lax with the safety protocols. It's really different than previous Christmases. We didn't have to be consciously thinking about things like that, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't in my mind, oh man, somebody just like mowing lawn over there, don't worry about that. But yeah, it's constantly on our minds, and it's something that we have to constantly think about as we maneuver, trying to stay as safe as possible from sickness and virus. So that's one thing that's definitely affecting the celebrations, the regular celebrations that we usually have in the Christmas holiday spirit. Two things that have been affected over here in my country is the Christmas carnival that comes down annually, so that people could have some fun riding all their rides and stuff, and they've been denied operation twice now from the new government, and that has caused like a debate between citizens, you know, and the locals, saying, how could y'all, you know, stop this, or how could y'all not deny them when there's so much other functions going on where people are not adhering to the COVID-19 protocols, which is a very strong argument, honestly, because the news just showed another function that happened at a local garden, basically, and Man, people was shoulder to shoulder, crotch to crotch, however you want to put it. No mask, no distancing, nothing, breathing all up in each other's throat. And I'm like, ooh, like if this was a lot more serious, which it is still serious, like that's really a bad luck, honestly. And then the government canceled our local festive celebration of Junkanoo, and people definitely in uprise about that because it's a tradition that we have Junkanoo almost each and every year annually, unless something else comes along. Well, this is a good example, honestly. COVID-19 and pandemic, it is a cause of concern not to have it, but once again, the argument goes with everything else happening and going on, how can't we have our beloved Junkanoo? And people just longing to have Junkanoo after we didn't even have it last year because of the pandemic. So now it's like this is going to be 2 years in a row, and people really longing and itching and scratching for some Junkanoo, and yet it's been denied. And people trying to think like, how could the government betray, the country like that? It's something native to us that we love and enjoy. But anywho, that's how things going right now, and that's how things has been different. So we'll just have to see by the end of this week if some type of weird miracle happens where everything gets established and people get to enjoy themselves for the Christmas break. Because otherwise, unless you go into like a film theater or a specific party or a family gathering or something, or every regular other thing that's happening, honestly, that's the funny and weird thing about it. Every other regular weird thing is happening, but these massive events that we are normally usually accustomed to have been shut down, and it's like all these other events and things happening is just smaller scale events of what's happening on these grander scale events. So you're being hypocritical, downplaying the bigger mass event, which is still, I kind of get it, because it's like, well, that is very much of an incentive to cause mass gatherings and super spreading. But at the same time, if a smaller event still has a lot of people, that can cause super spreading by extension after people get away from that event and then they spread it to others, It's just on a smaller scale, that's all it is. But I'm either not here or there with any of those. I love myself some Junkanoo, honestly. I'm a big Junkanoo fan. I haven't I definitely participated in Junkanoo, not as a Junkanooer, but I used to participate in the form of officiating Junkanoo back in the day for years. So the Junkanoo does have a concern for me too. Like, I have a special spot for it too, but it's not a big deal as some Junkanooers would have it as a big deal. And the carnival, I was excited to go to the carnival, but it ain't all that serious, I just want to eat some of the food and then go on some of the rides. It's not a must that I have to do each and every year, so it's neither here or there for me. But anywho, moving on to another topic. Some cool presents to receive this Christmas would obviously be money. Every adult loves to have money received on Christmas, or have a bill or two paid, just to get some stress off their shoulders. Don't lie, don't act like you never wanted some money, or someone just to drop $1 million or $1 billion in your lap and say, here, happy holidays, enjoy yourself, don't work no more, retire. Yeah. Hands up now if you ever wanted some money. I see y'all. I see you in the back there too. But yeah, besides money and some stress relief and some bills being paid, well, y'all know me, I'm a video gamer, so I would definitely say some cool presents to be bought this Christmas would be a PlayStation 5, an Xbox Series, or a Nintendo Switch. And the funny thing is, although the PS5 and the Xbox Series has been out for an entire year now, it's still scarce and people still battling to get them, which is a bad move on behalf of Sony and Microsoft, in my opinion, especially for the holiday season, because Nintendo Switch literally just outsold them so far for the season. And you know why? Because Nintendo offering their consoles and definitely at a cheap price. So I don't understand why the scarcity thing is a big thing for companies nowadays. I don't know how it's a big marketing tool and how their profits expand from doing it, but Hey, that's why those people who working in marketing and HR and PR and all that stuff work for those companies, and it ain't me, clearly. They, I guess, content and cool with what they doing, and they know what they doing. But anyway, so I mean, after Christmas, like I said, next week, gonna be New Year's Day, and just like that, we'll be in 2022. So what should we expect for the new year? Well, who knows, because every other week or every other month, there's also a new variant of COVID coming out. Unfortunately, we are now on the latest variant, the Omicron variant, and there's been like maybe 10, 12 of variants in between and since the original variant came out. So I don't know, maybe you're gonna be looking forward to more variants in COVID, more protocols being established, more stressing to get vaccinations up, because now that there are vaccines out, there has been people around the world getting vaccines. I don't know the total vaccination numbers. I might go look that up. I can't say nothing right now about it, but it's been a trend where there's more people being vaccinated, and the call to action to go and get vaccinated is coming up. And I guess once there's majority global vaccination, things would return back to where our minds aren't necessarily constantly on the virus right now. But as you can see, it's literally the big thing about what's been happening in the world for the last 2 years, honestly. And it seems like we're in this never-ending purgatory for right now, where this is literally constantly on our mind. Never has so long in my life we was so concerned about a certain thing. Well, let me not say never, because definitely being hit by hurricanes in my hometown, that just was definitely an ongoing thing. Like the recovery period and the recuperation period from that still hasn't ended yet. And we got hit from some mega hurricanes back in the early 2000s, or late 2000s, one of the two. But I know that it was in like more the late 2000s, and we got hit. And that's now over 10, 15 years, and we're still recovering from that. But yeah, next year, hopefully, that numbers can go down from the virus, more people could be vaccinated, and things become a little bit more lenient and lax, and we kind of move on to a place of normalcy before the viral pandemic had hit. But otherwise, for next year, I look to make more episodes of this, do a lot more projects, have a lot more things coming up and going on. I plan to make, or even start on making some very cool video projects, so look out for that, and eventually to cap off the entire year by next Christmas. I don't have no direct plans, and I just want to be healthy, living a good life, possibly being able to buy a lot of people presents and show appreciation for them, but we'll see how that goes. I definitely want to know by next Christmas where things could be very easy and relaxed, so we could enjoy some drunken, we could enjoy the carnival, we could just have a more stress-free and relaxed Christmas and enjoy ourselves this season, because I don't want to say that this holiday season so far has sucked, because from Thanksgiving was really good, and December was alright, but it's always nice to feel and have the hustle and bustle of having these warm events going on, and everybody having all the camaraderie, the hugs, the handshaking, and all of that good jazz and stuff like that. But you'll have to see until next year and wait. And until then, everybody, I just say keep safe and do your best to stay safe. I don't want to give out a call to action to go vaccinate yourself if you haven't yet, because that's literally a personal choice and it's on you, honestly. I don't get into the back and forth between the vaccination arguments. I stand right on the fence and I don't take nobody's side. It's always a personal choice. So do what you feel is right, and God be with everyone, and blessings upon everyone. So thanks for sitting there and just listen to me ramble on shortly about what's been going on since the break and how I'm loving this Christmas break season right now and the start of season 2. So this is episode 1. So I definitely love to see you each and every week throughout the rest of this season. Enjoy the rest of your holidays. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you once again for listening, and I'll see you guys next time. This has been your favorite non-Bae signing out. Peace.